welcome to Wolmyeongdong. Have you ever wondered about this place? What exactly is Wolmyeongdong? Nestled deep in the countryside, this area is truly remote. The name Wolmyeongdong means bright valley, and it lives up to its name, especially at night. The stars here are absolutely breathtaking. Honestly, I've never seen so many in my life. It feels like they're cascading from the sky, almost close enough to touch. The air is so clean that the stars shine even more brilliantly. About 70 years ago, there were only 4 houses in this entire valley. One of them belonged to Pastor Jung's family. As a child, he didn't like living here at all. The house was surrounded by weeds, the area was empty, and there was no one around. He couldn't wait to leave. Then, in the 1970s, after Pastor Jung moved to Seoul and began preaching, his message began to resonate with many young university students. As more and more people gathered to listen, it became clear that they needed more than just a place to hear the word. They needed somewhere to grow together, exercise, and build community. Pastor Jung thought deeply about where such a place could be. That's when Jesus strongly urged him to return to his hometown. At first, he didn't want to. To him, Wolmyeongdong was a forgotten land, barren, desolate, even cursed. But because Jesus told him to return and build something new, he obeyed. With only their hands, their faith, and a few devoted college students, he and his disciples began developing the land from the ground up. In the beginning, only college students followed Pastor Jung, and they had very little money. Yet despite their limited resources, they worked together with unwavering determination. Pastor Jung used whatever he could to begin building. One day, while trying to make simple concrete seating steps for visitors, Pastor Jung suddenly felt dizzy. As he prayed, he saw a vision and heard God's voice saying, "If you build it like that, I don't want to see it. Do it as I have shown you." Hearing God's voice requires truly deep faith and spiritual sensitivity. So what did Pastor Jung see in that vision? He saw stones arranged in a completely unique formation. He had never imagined placing them that way before, and even the stone experts were confused. No one had ever stacked stones in such a manner, and most professionals said it couldn't be done. One by one, the construction companies withdrew from the project, leaving only Pastor Jung and his students to carry on the work. Wolmyeongdong, especially in those early days, was full of natural stones. Fortunately, stone was inexpensive throughout the country at the time, which made the vision feasible. Still, building with stones on such a large scale was never part of Pastor Jung's original plan. He simply wanted to preach sermons and play soccer with students. But God had something much greater in mind, something beyond what anyone had envisioned. Today, when you visit Wolmyeongdong, you can feel God's presence in the stones, the trees, and the flowing water. It is a natural temple, a place where creation itself worships. Every part of the land carries the touch of the divine. Pastor Jung often preached about how God's ways are infinitely higher than our own. Had he followed his own ideas, the outcome would have been very different and likely not as fruitful. God's plans and thoughts transcend our understanding, and it's essential that we live with his perspective in mind, trusting that his wisdom far surpasses ours. Do you know what the best kind of architecture is? It's architecture that blends with nature. That's why architects from around the world visit Wolmyeongdong, astonished by its natural beauty. Although many people know about Wolmyeongdong and the surrounding residents often invite others, the location is somewhat remote and hard to access. That's why I'm inviting a few people to visit Wolmyeongdong. It would be wonderful for you to come, walk along the pine tree trail, enjoy a delicious meal in nature, and experience the peace of the stoneworks. Please apply via the Google form from the link in the description. I look forward to seeing you here.